average Trump voter looks at this, they feel that he was unfairly targeted for nearly a decade. There was a situation last year where if he hadn't been elected, it's very possible he could have ended up in jail. And so I think the average Trump voter looks at that and they feel that this is sort of restitution. They don't think this is corruption.
It's restitution.
They think this is correction. They think this is a correction for years and years of political targeting where he paid $107 million in legal fees from 2020 to 2024.
We are
talking about unprecedented.
A big chunk of those legal fees.
Let's jump into Ali Phillip talking about the Trump $230 million self-payout scandal here on the record.
An unprecedented conflict of interest to the tune of $230 million. The New York Times is reporting that the president is demanding the Justice Department pay him for the cases against him. That includes the Russia probe, the Mar-a-Lago raid in the documents case, and that demand puts the DOJ, frankly, in uncharted waters, considering that the Justice Manual says that there are only two people who can sign off on that, the Deputy and the Associate Attorney General. Now, those people, guess who they are right now? Todd Blanche, Trump's criminal defense lawyer, and Stanley Woodward, Jr., who repped Trump's co-defendant in that documents case. Now, the Times asked the DOJ if they would both recuse themselves in this matter, and the department responded by saying, in any circumstance, all officials at the Department of Justice follow the guidelines of career ethics officials. However, it is also worth noting that Bondi fired the department's top ethics official back in July. So today, President Trump, perhaps unknowingly, spelled out the conflict of interest that he may be creating.
The Justice Department, are you asking them to pay you compensation for the federal investigations that happened to you? And how much are you asking?
Well, I guess they probably owe me a lot of money for that. Probably, yeah, that's true. That's very interesting. With the country, it's interesting because I'm the one that makes the decision, right? And, that decision would have to go across my desk. And it's awfully strange to make a decision where I'm paying myself. In other words, did you ever have one of those cases where you have to decide how much you're paying yourself in damages? But I was damaged very greatly, and any money that I would get, I would give to charity.
How does that work? That Trump, I don't even know if what he's saying is true, according to the law, but how would it work for him to even be in a position where he thinks that he...
American people, you see how weak the people in America is? This man is on TV bragging that he want his Justice Department, which will be Pam Bondi, the one that been knowing Trump ever since she was like 17. The man that's working for the federal government that 77 million people voted for want the American people to pay him $230 million. And you talking about America ain't evil. And you talking about where's the justice? He talking about when all the crime he committed that he was indicted for. He want the country to pay him $230 million for something that he really did. And he got indicted by a grand jury. Now he gonna want his Justice Department, like the American people don't know nothing. He done tore up the White House. America, if Trump keep this up, it's gonna be a war. I can't believe the arrogance of this guy. If people going to jail and being accused every day, are you going to pay Comey $230 million? Are you going to pay Letitia James $230 million? This is sick. This is ridiculous. This is evil. And the American people just laid down like lapdogs.